There are three types of players in anime adventures, with the first one being us, of course, as the average player who just enjoys the game. And then you have the second being the leechers, who just can't solo anything, so they decide that they're going to sabotage other players' games for zero reason. And three, we have the bots that are just there just to be there, man. With this being the three most common playstyles in anime adventures, yet they all share the same goal, and that is to get the rarest unit, which is currently Aizen at the moment, in hoping to profit with valuable units and other rerolls, while the other does it for the monetary gain. But anyways, I just want to talk about these different playstyles and how it's affecting the current state of the game. And thank you guys for all the support recently. I really do appreciate you guys, and let's try to hit 7,000 subscribers by the end of this month. Starting off strong, we're going to start off with the average player in anime adventures. Now, the average player is someone who despises macros and shames anyone who doesn't manually grind 24/7. And here's the thing with that, right? Yeah, I understand that you guys are tired of the leechers sabotaging your game and stuff, you know, that's fine, man. And you just really enjoy playing anime adventures. Like, this is the game you think about 24/7, you wake up, AA, you go to sleep, AA, you know, it's the same thing, man. That probably didn't make sense to you, but you know, it makes sense. But check this out, bro. Not everyone, like you, has the liberty to play anime adventures 24/7. And I'm finna spit a hot take here. If everyone had access to a macro, no one would complain. But yeah, there is a group of people in the community that will still avoid macros even given the opportunity, you know, because in their head, they think that they're productive by playing the game, by playing the same stage 100 times manually, you know, sitting there hours upon hours playing the same stage that becomes highly repetitive, while the person who macros is considered lazy because, one, people like to work out, people like to spend time with family, you know, girlfriend, whatever, you know what I'm saying? People have other things to do outside anime adventures. And with the macro, they are still able to progress and keep up with the players in the background while enjoying their life, you know? And that doesn't make them lazy because they're not sitting here with you rotting in the chair, you know? So let's clear the air with that, you know what I'm saying? That's just your average player in anime adventures. Now, the reason why I say average because they don't use macros, you know, whatever. Now, hopefully I didn't trigger some of you guys with that statement. That's just how I feel about that situation overall. But man, let's go ahead and talk about the leechers, man. So I strongly agree, even though I macro myself, I do strongly agree that leechers are ruining the multiplayer experience for others in anime adventures, you know? Because when you go to matchmaking is there for quick games, you know, like, hey, I need help with this. Hopefully someone in matchmaking can help me, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I can make some new friends, we can grind the game together. But it turns out they're gonna fight bacon heads that are just sitting there in a corner, not placing anything, you know what I'm saying? And since the HP scaling, it's absurd, and in the winter event, it makes it extremely hard for someone to solo. And another thing I'm gonna say is that you cannot blame anime vanguards for macro. You can't blame anime defenders for macro or anime reborn, you know? Before anime adventure got shut down, there was macro tutorials, macro videos left to right. Even to top it off, Prime Synapse was still here when anime adventures was still out. So we had a fair share of macros and exploiters, you know what I'm saying? You just didn't see it because there wasn't a multiplayer, well, there wasn't a matchmaking feature out when I was there. I'm pretty sure if there was a matchmaking feature out when Synapse and stuff was still here, you guys would have been saw these leechers, you know what I'm saying? So you can't blame anime vanguards for something that's already been in the game, you know? And majority of anime's vanguards players came from anime adventures, so you really can't blame another game for something that's already been in that game, you know what I'm saying? Now, if anime adventures had no macros, no nothing, then I could see you guys' frustration, but you can't just completely blame a game for something that's out of their control. You know what I'm saying? I got a few suggestions for you leechers who can't solo this or find a good team, man. If you have a good enough PC, just progress a new alt account. Now, is it going to be a little time consuming? Yes, but there are world skippers. Don't get me wrong. The amount of time you take to set up your macro and you leech like Faxi or something, you know what I'm saying? Just to wake up, not get no portals, no nothing, wake up with like 10,000 candies because you guys can't win anything. Just make new accounts to where you can solo. Me personally, I have 5 accounts, all have unique, all are decked out. I can easily solo this. I macro on 5 different accounts. As I'm recording this video, I have 5 different RDP sessions going right now, macro in the Christmas event, you know what I'm saying? Solo. So if you're really struggling to solo, if you have the ability, make alt accounts, get that up there, or 2, improve your team. Ask what are the meta units, watch YouTube videos, you know what I'm saying? If you're picking regen, but you're not picking bleed units, you know, that's a starter. Work on getting Menace. Work on getting Berserker. You know what I'm saying? Just a few suggestions out there. Now, I'm not going to backseat you or tell you how to play the game. It's just there. You know what I'm saying? Now, another thing I want to talk about is the issue with the Crimson's event. Back in 2023, this would have done numbers, you know what I'm saying? But when Anime Adventures got shut down, the huge wave of new ATD games that came out, we got reconditioned to faster paced games, you know what I'm saying? 40 minutes is way too long for the reward we're getting. It will take you, if you were to grind, and then I'm also going to be linking this video down below. It's by MC Reapers 2. I highly suggest that you watch this video if you are curious about Aizen's drop rate. I feel like he breaks it down pretty well. Pretty good video, by the way. And make sure you subscribe and get him to 200 subscribers as fast as you can. But back to what I was saying, to top it off, right? If you were to grind for Aizen, basically in about 30 days, if you did 10 runs every single day for 30 days straight, you would have about a 10% chance of pulling Aizen, you know? And on average, I'm obviously going to be providing a screenshot for you guys, but on average, if the average completion time is 35 minutes, that's going to take you about 175 hours altogether. Now, when you see these odds, would you still point fingers and call people who macro are lazy? You know what I'm saying? Because not everyone has 175 hours a month to play the game. And anyone that are calling macro is lazy, I promise you, you are not about to sit here and grind 12 million stars just for a chance for Aizen. I promise you, you're not doing that. But my suggestion would to be is to the next event that is just like this. I hope the developers are listening, right? Keep the infinites. Now, don't lose me yet. Keep the infinites, right? But make it an actual infinite. You know what I'm saying? Like Bloom's Tower Defense 6. So we have our traditional 50 waves to where we can have a chance to get the secret portal. But after 50 waves, we stop getting buffs. We continue to get debuffs. And we keep going to a failure, you know? So that'll be more of an effective way to grind for a unit that's 1 in 80,000. And then 2, make portals for a quicker grind, you know what I'm saying? So people can farm portals to have a quicker way of trying to get the secret unit. And then once they have the secret unit, they can dial it back to the infinite and farm the infinite, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it'll be a good balance. And people can actually enjoy this event because overall, the event is boring, but that's just me. But the last thing I do want to talk about, because I do know that I am talking a lot right now, is about the bots. Now, I'm going to keep this short and simple. If the developers don't handle the botting issue like Anime Vanguard does, then our last valuable secrets will be between Gilgamesh, Homura, and Dazi? I don't know, man. But because the bots will just ruin the trading value overall, and I feel like it's going to be smacking in the face for those who don't bot. They're going to grind so hard for that secret unit and get a dupe just to trade that dupe and find out that it has worse value than Lulu. You know what I'm saying? So there has to be something to be done about this boss, or else within 2 to 3 updates, the trade-in value is going to plummet, you know, to the ground. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have to say about this whole situation. If they don't fix this by the next event, it's just going to be quite interesting to see. But yeah, guys. Peace.